Good evening and welcome to the last episode of Duck TV News for the fall term. I'm Dylan Vibes.
And I'm Macy Crow. Here are our stories for tonight. If you're tired of the food on campus, get ready for a change. Kate Houston has the story.
The Buzz is a popular place on campus for students, but it will not be around for much longer. With the construction of the new EMU progressing, school officials are deciding which food companies will be a part of the new building. EMU officials conducted a survey for students to find out what they want to eat in the new student union. Students want a wide variety of options, including a grocery store, sandwiches, and a pub. The EMU wants to cater to all of the students at the university.
We have students from Oregon, we have students from California, we have students from Washington. So we were trying to find names that met with students from all of our different demographics.
While it seems as if the EMU does not have small businesses, the Subway is a franchise owned by a local family. Along with having brand name food companies, the EMU is partnering with housing to provide food options similar to those in the dorms.
It just made sense to combine resources because they do so much food and they do it, quite frankly, better than we did.
Lori and the staff are currently drafting contracts and will put out an announcement in the next 3 to 4 months of what food companies will be in the new EMU. For Duck TV News, I'm Kate Houston.
Thanks, Kate. The EMU is expected to open in fall 2016, so keep an eye out for these new food options.
The city of Doha, the capital of Qatar, will host the 2019 Track and Field World Championships. Eugene was on the bidding list but ultimately lost. Had Eugene won the bid to host the World Championships, an additional 10,000 seats would have had to have been built into Hayward Field, causing yet even more construction on campus. Now that Eugene is not hosting the event, the renovation is put on hold, but if Hayward is home to another huge track event in the future, the seats will be installed at that later date. We now take it to reporter Audrey Roberts for updates and stats on more campus construction projects.
Thanks, guys. Construction can be seen at just about every corner of the University of Oregon campus. And at night, we can see green and yellow lights from the crane at the EMU. Now, just how much is this giant nightlight costing us? Just this summer, construction began at the University of Oregon Recreation Center. $50.25 million are the estimated costs. Now, $50 million might seem like a lot of money, but compared to the whopping $95 million going into the EMU, it's minimal. The EMU is still looking for $3.5 million in private funding to support this project. $1.5 million have already been raised. Now, to make these numbers conceivable, let's compare them to MacBook Airs. The EMU alone could purchase 95,000 of these laptops, and the Recreation Center could purchase 50,000. That's enough laptops to give one to every undergraduate student at the University of California, Los Angeles, University of Southern California, University of Oregon, University of Washington, and Washington State. Now, looking at it another way, there's a lot of good things that have came out of these projects outside of producing new buildings. There have been 2,700 new jobs created in the past year, and $300 million have been pumped back into the economy. Now, this January 5th, the Recreation Center will be opened back up, and on the 4th, there will be a celebration of the opening. So to all you Michael Phelps and triathletes out there, you will once again be able to swim laps at the Recreation Center after break. Now, February, be sure to be careful on 13th Street because construction of the Allen Prince Science Library will begin. I'm Audrey Roberts, back to the desk.
Thanks, Audrey. The 2015 Design Intelligence Report on America's Best Architecture and Design Schools recently ranked the University of Oregon Architecture Program as #1 in sustainable design and interior architecture. The rankings are based off of surveys completed by leading practitioners, as well as reviews from deans and heads of all of the programs. We now go to Amanda Butt with the weather. She'll tell you what to expect as you head out of town for your winter break destinations.
Good evening, folks. We're well into December and the weather is certainly starting to look a lot like winter. And for Oregon, that means rain. This weekend in Eugene, we'll see lows hovering around 40 degrees and highs in the mid-50s. It looks like the colder temperatures and freezing rain from earlier this week will move out of the area, but you can expect a small drizzle to linger around. Conditions will be about the same in Portland, and rain is expected to continue into next week, so if you're planning to leave Eugene during finals week, watch out for the wet roads. If we take a look at our satellite image, you might get a better idea of what to expect outside the Willamette Valley. Heading toward Bend, the green shows cooler temperatures. Also, if you're traveling home to Washington, you better pack a jacket to keep you warm in that colder northern climate. That's all for weather. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Amanda. Oregon has many wineries that bring tourists from all over the country. But what happens when the temperatures drop? Maybelline Naismith has more on what goes on during the wine off-season.
When the leaves have fallen and grapevines have frozen over, most people think that wineries are ready to shut down for the season. I am here at our local vineyard, Sweet Cheeks Winery, to find out the winter ins and outs for the holiday season. Sweet Cheeks Winery has remained open during the holiday break since it first opened. The staff has decorated the vineyard so the atmosphere feels more festive.
So for the production side of things, most of the wineries and us as well have just wrapped up harvest, and we're finished pulling in fruit from our vineyard and other vineyards. We've crushed all of it, so all the grapes have been pressed. But now we're still fermenting some of the wines. You know, we're just starting the process of winemaking right now.
During the off-season, while most wineries are closed, Sweet Cheeks is producing more wine for the upcoming year. Also, the current gloomy weather plays a major role in the number of visitors. This winery receives many wine lovers throughout the season.
Some of the wineries this time of year close up for the winter. Most of them in our area are staying open now, which is really great. We've always stayed open year-round.
For Duck TV News, I am Maybelline Naismith. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Maybelline.
It's crunch time here at the University of Oregon. Dead Week is in full swing. While students stress over final tests and projects, the thought of winter break keeps them plowing through the piles of homework. Duck TV's Megan Moran found out what students are looking forward to once the tests are over.
We're here on the University of Oregon campus, and we want to know what traditions and holiday festivities students are looking forward to this winter break.
I'm really looking forward to going home to New York and getting to see the tree at Rockefeller Center.
Oh, I'm going to have to say just my family's turkey soup. It's like the dish of a lifetime.
I'm excited to go home and see my family.
And I'm excited to be with her this holiday season and be with her family and really get to know everyone.
What I'm looking forward to this holiday season is going back home to Florida because the sun will be out and it will be hot and I won't be freezing half the time.
My favorite holiday tradition is ice skating in the park in Ashland because I'm from there.
Reporting to you for Duck TV News, I'm Megan Moran. Keep those chestnuts roasting.
Thanks for joining us for our last episode of the term. For Duck TV News, I'm Dylan Vibes.
And I'm Macy Crow. Have a great winter break.